Today's story is one that hit me harder than I expected. A subscriber sent it in, and they did not want me to reveal their real name, but they were desperate to share what happened. If you want to know exactly what happened, what terrified them and made even me lose sleep, then watch this video till the end. Now let's get into today's story. I'm changing her name for privacy. Let's call her Ava. This happened back when Ava was in college. She used to live in a campus dorm, but anyone who's lived in a U.S. dorm knows how suffocating they can feel. Rules, curfews, noise, no privacy. So Ava decided to move out and stay in a nearby off-campus shared apartment in Portland, Oregon. She found a place that looked perfect. Good rent, good amenities, friendly vibe. Or at least that's what she thought. She moved in, met her new roommate, but something felt off from the start. The roommate looked pale, shaken like she hadn't slept in days. Ava asked her what was going on, and the roommate hesitated, then whispered that the night before, while she was studying, she glanced toward the apartment balcony and saw a dark silhouette. Not tall, not even average height. Small, still, as if it was just staring in. She said it wasn't a person. She knew it wasn't a person, but she couldn't explain what it was. She panicked, ran out of the room, and spent the night in another girl's apartment. Ava kept listening, but honestly, she didn't really believe her. I mean, until it happens to you, right? Days passed. Nothing weird. Ava forgot about it. But then came that one night. At 2 a.m., both Ava and her roommate were asleep when they heard something. A knock. A single knock. Not at the front door. Not at the bedroom door. It came from a sliding glass door that led to the balcony. They froze. Who knocks on a second-floor balcony door at 2 a.m.? Unless someone climbed all the way up. Or something else. They forced themselves to check, slowly pulling open the curtain. And there was nothing. No one. Just emptiness. They tried to laugh it off, turn off the lights, and went back to sleep. But 30 minutes later, another knock. Then another. Then 3 more in a row. Harder this time. They stayed awake the whole night, huddled together, too scared to even breathe loud. The next morning they told the other girls in the building, but nobody believed them. Everyone brushed it off. Maybe it was wind, maybe an animal, maybe they imagined it. Except one girl, an older senior who lived on the top floor. She admitted she once saw a small dark figure standing on her balcony too, but she never talked about it again. 3 days later, it happened again. Same knocking, same time. This time they called the senior to stay with them. 15 minutes passed. Then 20. Then another knock. The senior's face changed. She believed them. Still, when they tried telling the others, everyone dismissed it again. But then another apartment, 2 girls living together, heard the same knocking at 2 a.m. The same exact pattern. They were so terrified they tied a little red protection thread, like a charm, around the balcony door handle. And after that, the knocking stopped for them. When Ava heard about it, she and her roommate decided to do the same. They tied a red thread on their sliding door as well. Weeks passed. Silence. Almost peaceful. Then came late November. Everyone went home for the Thanksgiving break. When they returned, things seemed normal. For a month. Then at 2 a.m., a knock. Harder. Colder. Almost angry. At 2:45 a.m., another knock. And at 3 a.m., a final one, as if whatever it was knew the hour people fear the most. They checked the door. The red thread was still there. They tried to convince themselves they imagined everything and went back to bed. 3 days later, another girl from another apartment called them, terrified. Someone was knocking on her balcony door now. Ava and her roommate ran upstairs to be with her. They stayed in her apartment. Not a single knock. But the moment Ava and her roommate left, it started again. Loud, sharp, directly on the glass. The girl screamed and called her dad. Ava and her roommate brought her down to their place to calm her. They told her everything would be fine and showed her how they tied their own red thread for protection. Except when they opened their balcony door to show her. The thread was gone, not on the floor, not broken, just gone, as if someone took it off carefully. That night, All three stayed awake till sunrise. Nobody believed them the next day. They were sick of hearing the same words. You're imagining it. It's just stress. You're overthinking. Ava told me that the night before she sent me this story, she heard something new. Not knocking, but humming. A soft tune. A girl's voice. Right outside the balcony. She opened the curtains. The humming was there, but no one was in sight. She went back to bed, trying to convince herself she was just tired. And then she sent me the picture. The one taken upstairs, near the staircase leading to the top floor. The place where they often heard furniture dragging in the middle of the night. Sitting on the landing was a doll. An old, dirty porcelain doll. It had been there since Ava moved in. Never moved. Never touched. Just sitting. Watching. She sent me the photo. It wasn't crystal clear, but it was enough to make my skin crawl. Here it is. 3, 2, 1. Tell me that's not the creepiest thing you've seen. I just hope, Ava, if you're watching this, I hope you're okay. Please move out of that apartment. Some things cling to places, not people. If something is tied to that building, it's better to leave before it decides to follow you. That's it for today's story, guys. I'll see you in the next horror video. Stay safe. Take care.